Hello, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl Autoimmune Wellness, and I'm your host, Georgia Girl. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I want to share another series about auto awareness. If you've seen me the past couple of weeks, I've been sharing some things about autoimmune diseases. And if you're familiar with this disease, you can come in the chat and let me know if you have any issues by having an autoimmune disease. Hey, Glenn, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How's your day going? How's your day? I just went over there to your channel a little while ago. You got some good content over there. I see you be over there cooking up some too. You doing all right? How your Wednesday going? I'm here just thankful for another day and being able to come on and share some things. Good to see you. I'm gonna make you a moderator, okay? I'm gonna make you a moderator. Let me see, can I make you a moderator? Well, you've been coming over here for a little bit, so yeah. So you're a moderator over here. It's good to see you. You under the weather? What's wrong, my friend? What's wrong? You got that cold? I know that weather is changing. Um, this time of year is kind of bad because you're not sure if it's gonna be cold. If it's gonna be hot. Uh, you just gotta, go with the flow. Really. Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better. Today is Wellness Wednesday. I'm just sharing some awareness and information concerning autoimmune diseases. My channel is not here to diagnose or suggest any type of treatments. This is only commentary. It is fair use. You got a cold? Better get you some of that tea. Better get you some tea. Get you some honey and lemon tea. Get you some honey and lemon tea. Get you some hot honey and lemon tea. It'll be good. You warm that lemon up, put some water, put some lemon in it, and let it boil. And sprinkle some, put some honey in it if you have some honey. That's good for cold. I drink tea all the time, and they give you good benefits, and it helps. It helps you with your colds too. My mama used to make that all the time. So we're doing tea of the day this week too. So I drink tea all the time. I'm a tea drinker. But try to get you some hot tea, and if it get too bad on you, maybe you need to go to the doctor because there's a lot of that flu and all that stuff still going on too. But I'm gonna get into my segment for today. I'll be sharing some more information concerning autoimmune diseases. A lot of people probably know what it is. If you have lupus, these Purple Hearts are honoring people with autoimmune diseases. If you know someone with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, they have IBS, arthritis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Anybody that deal with those type of diseases, they have an autoimmune disease. I have IBS, and I have chronic pain when it comes down to my joints and my back. So I do have an autoimmune disease, and it's not easy. It's very stressful too because of the fact that sometimes you can't do the things you used to do, but you try to maintain. So I'm gonna get into my segment. If you watched me the last couple of Wednesdays, I shared with y'all about what is an autoimmune disease, what it is, and I named some of the diseases that fall upon an autoimmune. If you're coming in, I do welcome you. Please be respectful in the chat. Oh, hey Frank, I didn't see you in here. You came in here. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. Good to see you. This is my series number 3. Today I just want to talk about how stress. Y'all don't realize how much stress will damage your body. Y'all don't realize how much stress can affect your body. It can affect your day of living, the way you think, move. Stress will kill you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Stress will kill you if you let it. Good to see you. Hey, guys. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Do y'all know stress can kill you? How many of y'all know that stress will kill you? It'll mess with your mind, body, and soul. Today, I just want to share about some things about autoimmune diseases. If you see on the stream, this is some of the things that I have been talking about for the past couple of weeks. You know, I share awareness every month about different types of subjects. So this month, I'm talking about autoimmune disease. And some of the autoimmune diseases are lupus, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and different things like that. So y'all know about stress, or do you? You know, we human, y'all. We are human. Y'all make sure y'all connect with each other. We got Glenn in the chat. We got Frank. We got E-Gods. I thank you all 3 of you guys. I think y'all are good. Y'all have good channels. And if y'all have not connected with each other, please do. E-Gods, he mostly come on at night. He share different things from the word of God to just positivity. Frank, he does his sporting and he does positivity. He also be over there doing his meal preps, and he also part of the challenges we have going on. And of course, Glenn be sharing his short videos from he shared some things on his own life too, and then he also do some cooking over there also. So y'all guys connect with one another. You can type troopers, the word troopers, and y'all link will drop. And I appreciate all 3 of you guys for being part of my channel. Thank y'all again. So Frank, you drinking that tea, Frank? I got my other cup. I drunk some this morning, and I be doing my evening, like if I'm doing any type of live stream, I bring my cup with me. I've been stressed out. That is why I don't be mess up. What? Let me read this again now. I have been stressed out. That is why I don't let mess stress me out. I feel you. All of us in one part of our life, we all have been stressed. Either probably come from, it could be different things to cause stress. But when you have a disorder or disease, it's not good to try to add that stress on top of what you are already going through. And then some of these health issues cause you to have stress because you be worried about is you going to get any better, or you might be stressed out about why these things happening to me, because it's how happened to me. I be thinking like, you know, I used to like, why this going on with me? Why I gotta go through this? But you know, sometimes we don't be knowing the reasons we go through things, but God be knowing why we have to go through some of the things we go through. Hey, Miss Lady T, how you doing? My number still the same. I got your number still the same. I need to call you, check on you. Cause you say you weren't feeling good. Are you doing better now? I'm at the call you sometime. My number, my thing, everything's still the same. I still got the messenger and stuff. I don't think I heard from you that much. Hey, pre-retirement, how you doing? Today I'm talking about how stress affect your health. How affect if you have an autoimmune disease, how stress will cause you to have flare-ups. Stress causes you to have flare-ups. If you're dealing with an autoimmune disease such as IBS, lupus, anybody in the chat got an autoimmune disease. If you got an autoimmune disease, hold up in the chat, put a thumb up. Autoimmune disease is lupus, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, IBS, different things like that. It's a disease that attack your healthy organs. I have the IBS, and it messed with my stomach, and my son found out he had IBS maybe about a year or two ago, and the doctor told him stress played a big part of his diagnosis. We don't realize stress can mess us up. Because I know if I get to stressing or start getting emotional about stuff, either my chest started to tighten up or my stomach get cramped because I let that stress take over my body. And you have to figure out ways to not let the stress get the best of you. So today I'll be sharing about some tips. So like I said, this is just commentary. If you've been following me for the last couple of years, you know that's what I do, just share stuff about awareness. But this is not to suggest you try any of these things. But if you happen to find that what I'm talking about is helpful, always consult your physician and let them know, look, this is what I'm trying today, stuff like that. So if you see on the screen, you can see what is an autoimmune disease. It also talk about how stress affect you, and right here on the other side is showing how many people in the world, at least 50 million people, is dealing with this, and it's most common in women. And I've been sharing this for the past couple of years, and I started by this month. I think last month I did some awareness. Every month you'll see them sharing some type of awareness for that month. Next month is IBS, and I think it's something else. It's some things I just do over and over, just putting out information and talking and sharing about it. So you can see what an autoimmune disease is. I don't know if I can see the stream. I tried to put it big enough where people can see it. But today I'm going to read about it, and we're going to talk about some tips that we can do to help relieve stress. I know I've been stressed out too, Frank. When my mom died, I really was stressed out. I sure was. And when I found out about my dad was going through his cancer diagnosis and the things that he had to go through, the year before that, I was stressed out. I mean, I have been to the point where I felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown. Have anybody ever been to that point in their life where they feel like they're about to have a nervous breakdown, but you found your way back? That's why I say you can fall down, but you can easily try to get back up. But we're human, and we let, especially if you love hard, you love your family, and things like that, it's going to affect you mentally. Y'all don't forget to check out the ones that doing the tea of the day. Shout out to Frank G, Key Kitchen, Parika, and One Craft Sister. They've been doing the tea of the day along with myself. So this is series 3 that I'm talking about today. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go over again what is an autoimmune disease. Most of the time the devil, stressed and out, and he be glad. That's true, laughing at us because he knows some people, can't handle it, and that is so true. It be the devil. We be tested every day, y'all. We be tested every day. And it's only up to us how we react to it. You know what I'm saying? It's us how we react to stuff. I know when it comes down to handling things, I'm not as strong as I should be. You know, I should be a little stronger when it come down, because that's why I have anxiety, because I get overwhelmed by things. And that's what I practice every day, try to tell myself to be stronger. You know, when I get news or when things happen, I got to be able to handle those things and not let it handle me. But that's just how I have been, and just, and I have a disorder. I have an anxiety disorder, and I take medication for it. And sometimes I just get overwhelmed, but it don't have nothing to do with social media. I don't let nobody on YouTube stress me out. I refuse to let people I don't know stress me out. Before I let anybody on YouTube stress me out, I just won't come on. What I deal with is real life, concerning my life, my personal life, and things that I have to overcome. But it don't have nothing to do with social media. Oh, ain't nobody on social media will have me losing sleep over. I'm just gonna tell you. It's just an app. And we're talking to people through our computers and our phones. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen I ain't seen none of these people in real life. None of y'all. But I'm just saying, we can't let this type of stuff stress us out. But it does happen because people get bullied on these social media sites. People do get bullied. Grown women, men get bullied out here. And a lot of, like Frank said, it's be the devil. And then a lot of people cannot handle that kind of stuff. That's why I say it's best to just leave people alone. Just leave them alone. Let them do what they do. Let them go their way. And if it's something for somebody to find out something about anything, let them find out on their own. You know, you can sit here and tell another person what to do and what not to do. If they gonna do it, they gonna do it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Uh, that is just a in general life. Yeah, right. That's right. I understand that. Yeah, I mean, you know, I I just won't come on. I just won't come on if I feel like someone from another channel, and I have to learn this stuff. You don't have to react to everything somebody say to you. You just say what you say, mean what you say, and be done with it. But I know the devil be so busy where people just gonna continue to just attack. That be that devil trying to that devil. I'm just gonna tell you. The devil get you in the point where like, yeah, I got it now. I got it now. I got it now. Because that's just how devilish things be. But everybody handling things different. Everybody want to get that last word in, that last say so or whatever, But you do you. Do you. You have to, if you have to defend yourself, that's only right. Defend yourself. But I'm just saying, I had to learn. Sometimes you have to learn things the hard way. If you know that you got health issues and things like that, what I'm gonna look like over here fussing with you when I know have a problem with my blood pressure and dealing with maybe some heart issues, and I'm not gonna get my heart. I'm not gonna rush into the hospital trying to, cause I've been over here fussing with somebody. I'm not gonna let my blood pressure go all the way up because I'm fussing with a stream. Because that's what this app is. A picture behind a stream. Because you can't touch them unless you try to go find them. But other than that, I can't do it. I refuse. If I have to stay away from that kind of stuff, that's what I do. To protect my own mental state. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to let no one stress me out. I'm not. In the past, yes. When you have to learn from a lot of stuff. You have to learn, you have to grow. And then if you sit back and think about some of the stuff that you have been through and you have grown through, and you'd be like, wow, I see it wasn't even necessary. So I already said my main focus is me, my health, and my mental state means so much to me. So getting into what I was saying today, you know as of now what an autoimmune disease is because I have shared it on my channel before. And thank you, pre-retirement, Frank and all of the guys that did come in. I appreciate y'all. Um, we know that an immune disease occurs when the immune system mistakenly attacks the body's own healthy cells and tissues thinking they are foreign invasions. You could be healthy. You could be, for as you know, you healthy, right? But then all of a sudden you start feeling a certain way and you have to go get tests done. And that through those tests, they'll show you what is causing you to be the way you are. If you're swelling, if you hurt all the time, if you breaking out in rash or anything that's out of the ordinary that you haven't been going through, and then you find out you have an autoimmune disease. And you could be saying like, wow, I ain't had this problem. I ain't been feeling bad. See, that's what an autoimmune disease do. It make you could be feeling good today, but in the inside, it's something, it's messing with your cells, it's attacking your healthy organs, and sometimes it take blood work and biopsies and different things like that to really let you see what's going on in the inside. Now, a lot of people, like my preacher was saying on Sunday, I'm not picking on the men, but he was like, men, go to the doctor. Glenn, if you don't feel better, go to the doctor. Don't, sometimes, like my husband cut his finger the other day, right? My husband cut his finger. He was trying to cut something open. He was trying to work on a cabin or something. But he cut his finger. It was pretty bad. He did not want to go to the doctor, y'all. I said, you going to go to that doctor. You going to the doctor. He kept on bleeding. And then he got it wrapped up now. But the doctor told him he should have came earlier. That's why I said, our men, I don't know who my chat, but some men just refuse to go to the doctor. They feel like, oh, I got this. I'm too macho to be seen in the ER. I'm too macho to be taking medication. But no, don't think like that. Think about your health. So my husband finally did go to the emergency room. He didn't want to go, but he was trying to work on himself. He cleaned it, and he could have had stitches, but the doctor said since he had came a little bit later, the wound had started closing up. But I'm glad it wasn't worse. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about how men don't like to go to the doctor. I was talking about your finger the other day. You didn't want to go out there, but you glad you went on out that day. So now he got his finger wrapped up because he don't want to get no infection in it. And see, that's what autoimmune diseases do. Hey, what that? Hey, Six Balls, how you doing? Hey, Mickey, how you doing? Good to see y'all. I was just over here trying to finish up my series of autoimmune disease, and I was just talking about how the disease attack your organs. You could be feeling good, and then all of a sudden you start swelling, you start having issues, and you wondering like, where is this coming from? Why am I swelling? Why am I'm in so much pain? And that's what an autoimmune disease, it'll attack your healthy organs. And I was just speaking on men, how men refuse, they don't like to go to the doctor. I was talking about my husband had cut his finger the other day, and he got a big cut, y'all. He could have got stitches, but he didn't even want to go to the doctor earlier that day. I kept on saying, you got to go to the doctor. He kept on bleeding. And my daughter said, Dad, you need to go to the doctor. So they got his finger wrapped up now. And they told him you should have came on when it first happened. Anytime you get an open wound, a deep cut, he's trying to work on it himself, y'all. Until he kept saying, oh, my finger's still bleeding. He had been bleeding all day. I'm like, you losing blood. Like my preacher said, men, swallow your pride. Swallow your pride and go on to the doctor. Mama go, but he don't be want to go. He don't be want to go. He old school. But girl, all that blood was coming from him. Yeah, we old school. Yeah, yeah, he feeling all right. They got it wrapped up. He just came through here. They got a splint on it. They got a splint on it. Good to see y'all. I hope y'all day been going good. Miss Key and Six Bow. I got my tea, y'all. You did that before. You didn't go to the doctor, did you? You know, sometimes when you don't go to the doctor, because they told my husband he waited too long to come to the emergency room, he could have got infected because it was an open cut and he did it with a knife. He was trying to cut. My husband worked with carpentry, right? My husband loved to be building on stuff. I know Makia called me sometimes. She be hitting the hammer. Y'all probably heard noise in my background because he liked to be working with carpentry work, like building on stuff and all kind of stuff like that, right? And when I saw that open wound, it just, I can't stand stuff like that. And he kept on messing with it and put some peroxides on it. He did, he cleaned it up real good, but it still was bleeding. And they said if he had came earlier, they could have sewed it up for him. Yeah, he in pain. He started hurting later on that day. It happened that morning. He just kept wrapping it up and went to the store and got some stuff to put on it. I'm like, And my daughter said, Dad, you better go to that emergency room. So, Frank, you had a wound like that. So, do you like to go to the emergency room? Honey, any little pain that, I already deal with pain, but if I get something that going with me on out of the ordinary, I'm going to go see about myself. Shoot, I ain't finna sit out here and bleed to death. Because I put water and cover it. Oh, he needs to start wearing some handyman gloves. Yeah, he got some. He got some of those gloves because he do that kind of work on his job too, right? But he went back to work today. He went back to work yesterday. And he can't hardly do that much now because he got that bandage on his hand. Yeah, it was a deep, and thank God it did not affect his tendons in his finger. And see, that's what I'm saying. That kind of stuff can cause more problems. And that's what an autoimmune disease is. It can start off just being your swelling in your feet. Swelling in your feet, and then you be like, why is my feet swelling? You haven't had any swelling, so you're going to go to the doctor and they're going to do blood work. They're going to do blood work, and that blood work going to show whether you're dealing with lupus or tendonitis or some type of autoimmune, because you ain't going to just be swelling for nothing. So that's what I was sharing with y'all today, and how stress affect these types of illnesses. I know when I stress, my stomach hurt. My stomach hurt and my chest hurt. And see, I deal with IBS and I deal with things going on with my chest, anxiety and stuff. That's why I try not to stress too hard, because it ain't doing it but making me feel bad more and more. Like I say, I stressed a lot when it came out of my mom. Before my mom passed, I was trying to decide on what best would be for her. She, a lot of people used to be like, why you just didn't put your mom in a nursing home? But she was at where she didn't want to go to the nursing home. And that one thing, I can't feel guilty. Hey, One Craft, I used to feel kind of guilty because maybe, but I don't know, y'all. If my mama had went to a nursing home, that don't mean she still would have been here with me. That one thing I don't know. And so I had to stop beating myself up about that. I had to stop beating up myself about things that I wish I could have done when I know something that was out of my control. So I had to let a lot of stuff go, because if I continue to keep stressing, it ain't doing making me worse. It ain't doing making my condition worse. It'll make me hurt more, to make me stress more. And stress would do, that's what stress do to us, y'all. It messes with us in that way. Yeah, that's one crafty sister. I don't know if y'all connected with her. She's also doing Tea of the Day. She been doing Tea of the Day. Shout out to her. Shout out to Frank G. Shout out to myself, Miss Key. We're doing Tea of the Day. I got my tea right here, y'all, because look, it's cold to me. I got my little heater right. I'm in my little room where I do everything, or exercise, all the stuff. My husband fixed up that little room for me. He got to finish painting it for me. And I got my tea and I got my heater right here beside me. The devil will talk to about negative stuff and make you believe. Yeah, I know. That's why I had to just say, Lord, I know I did all I could for my mom, but I was stressing, y'all. Y'all don't know how much that hurt me when I lost my mom. Hey, welcome in, Miss Queen. How you doing? Good to see you. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I'm just sharing some things about autoimmune diseases and how stress make your condition worse than what they are. If you're dealing with lupus or either you're dealing with some type of autoimmune disease, those type of things, stress would make you feel better than what you are. People don't realize stress damage you. It will damage you if you don't put it up under control. Men can take pain more than anybody. Yeah, men can take pain, but sometimes they have to swallow their pride and go on and just see about themselves. I know something, because my husband be like that. I mean, because much as we told him the other day, you got to go to the doctor. Your finger just bleeding. And it started hurting him. That's why he went on to the doctor. Thank you, Miss Queen Sunkiss. How you been doing? I ain't been seeing you in a while. Do you still have your channel? Y'all check out Miss Queen Sunkiss. You been doing okay, Miss Queen? If y'all have not connected with her, please do. Yeah. Y'all men be having a lot of pride, Frank, for real. Y'all will try to work on something. My husband used just about a whole... He done used a whole roll of tissue. He done tore up some towel. I'm like, you just need to go to the doctor. He kept saying, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And I'm glad he didn't wait till tomorrow, the next day, because he probably could have got infected in that finger because, I mean, it was a big cut, y'all. I work at night now, so I'm not on. Okay. Well, it's good to see you. It's good. And I understand that. You got to take care of home, girl. Social media will still be here. I know I used to see you, sometime or another. I just ain't seen you lately. But it's good to see you. And I was just talking about, today is Wellness Wednesday, about how sometimes we let stress get the best of us. And I was just speaking on my mom. I lost my mom a week before Christmas, right? And mentally, it took a toll on me, and it's still taking a toll on me. But I had to let go and let God. I had to try this, because my doctor told me, look, your mama don't want you out here not taking care of you. I deal with issues, and I know when I go through those stress and have anxiety, I know how to affect my body, because I deal with IBS. And if I stress a lot, it's going to affect me. It's going to have my stomach cramping, my heart going to be hurt. So I had to let go and let God on a lot of stuff. And like I said, people used to be saying, why you didn't ever put your mom in a nursing home, this and that and that. It was 6 of us in all. And we all decided that my mom, she was going to stay home. And that's what she did until God called her home. And, yes, I used to be like, Lord, what else I could have, I always be saying, is there something else I could have done to help my mom? But I don't know if it was anything else I could have done. I just know she lived her life for 86 years. I don't want to get emotional because I done got better. But I'm just saying, I was feeling that way at one time. I was like, Lord, was anything else I could have done? Because I was stressing, y'all. I was stressing about it. I was. I was stressing about maybe it was something else I could have done. But like they say, they always have said this. If it's your time, it's your time, right? But I'm still hurting from my mom passing, but I done got to where I'm able to, I gotta still live, I gotta still continue to take care of myself. So today I was just talking about anybody in the chat deal with any type of autoimmune disease. Anybody in the chat deal with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, IBS. Anybody have any type of autoimmune disease in the chat? Purple, put some purple hearts in the chat. That's to honor people who are dealing with IBS or rheumatoid or dealing with any type of arthritis that attack your healthy cells. When God wants you, he will take you. Nobody can, do anything about it. Yeah. But have anybody ever been in the chat where they felt like they finna have a nervous breakdown? I have. I have been there. Anybody in the chat? Be honest. I have been at the point where I felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown. I really have. I sure have. But I'm glad I got a God. I'm glad I got God, my family support, that I found my way back. I found my way back. I have been there, y'all. I have been there. Felt like I couldn't go on. But I know it wasn't nothing but the devil. Because the devil have you feeling like that. The devil will have you feeling like you ain't got nothing to live for, y'all. You hear me? That's just how that devil, like when they say the devil is out to destroy, believe me, that's what they try to do. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's been hard. Been almost, been 3 months. My mom been gone 3 months. 3 months. And it's 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 a lot. It's a lot. But I ask God to continue to give me the strength. I try to continue to stay busy. I try to focus more on my health, because I know when she was here, me and her both were dealing with some of the similar things. But she's my inspiration for me to keep going. Yeah. So you got an autoimmune disease, Minecraft? Anybody got diabetes? Anybody deal with diabetes? It's diabetes, lupus, Crohn's disease, IBS. All those type of things are autoimmune diseases. And stress will give you flare-ups. Stress will give you flare-up. When you think you could be doing so good, y'all. You could be doing so good, right? And then all of a sudden you just get down sick. You just wondering. You just wonder, how did I was just fine yesterday or a couple of days ago, but you realize you was stressing about something. And then the stress just took over. I done been there. I done been where I have less stress took over me. Until I got to the point, I just can't keep doing this to myself. I had to let go, let God. I had got so bad with those panic attack. They had to increase my medication. I'm on different types of medicine and everything, y'all. I'm an open book, and I have shared my testimonies over here so many times. But I thank God. I'm still not where I want to be, but I thank God I'm not where I used to be. You see what I'm saying? It's a work in progress on everything. So that's what I want to share. I try to bring things to my channel concerning things that going on out in the world. Autoimmune disease is known, it's common, it's nearly 50 million people is suffering from diabetes, lupus. Millions of people dealing with these type of illnesses. And Stress help make things worse. Yes, I call it quiet stress. Okay. Yeah, but I thank God every day. I'm a cancer survivor. I still have some ill health issues. Y'all see me trying to do them. I be trying to do my little exercise, but I had to go in my own pace. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my body and I know what issues I have. I ain't out here trying to run no marathon with nobody. I know I ain't got no good knees. And that song called Good Knees. Woo, no. I don't have no good knees. One of them have to stay wrapped up most of the time because it be just that much pain. I don't try to put on. I just try to be who I am. Yeah, but I thank God daily for his grace and mercy. Yes, Lord, I do. But on the screen, I was just sharing what is the autoimmune disease, and I just want to bring how stress can take over. Stress take over if you let it take over. Like I said, I won't let nobody on YouTube stress me out. Like I was saying when I first came on today. Before I let another creator stress me out, you just won't see me. I'm not gonna give you that privilege. I'm not gonna give you that privilege to think that you got me. No way. I just won't come on. I just look. You can ignore another person till they get to the point where you gotta say what you gotta say, mean what you say, and move on. And I know it's kind of hard to be like that sometimes because how the devil be want you to come out here and act a fool. The devil wants you to do that. But sometimes we human. Sometimes we have to just come on out here and look like our folks used to say, show our behind. Sometimes you have to show you behind the folk. Because that's the only way some people gonna get it. I get headaches when I'm stressed out or I just go off and leave. I understand some people will just walk away. Some people will walk away and some people it's good if you can walk away from things, but we know how some people will try to get they gonna keep at you. Some people like misery. That's all I'm gonna say. They like to see other people not happy. They want to see people not getting along. Some people drive for this kind of stuff. Some people live for it. They live for mess. You know what I'm saying? But they can do what they do. But don't get me wrong. Don't think you're gonna come up in there over here and think you're gonna try to handle me now. I'm at a certain point. Georgia gonna tell you how she feel. But sometimes some things are not worth addressing. Sometimes you just have to let it stuff go. Let it go. Because if you deal with high blood pressure, don't be out here rushing up your blood for these people. These people gonna have you going in a hospital worrying about them. Only thing they gonna do is go to another channel. The only thing they gonna say, yeah, Georgia girl, I think her blood pressure went up. She was over there worried about Sue and Jake. And now blood pressure up. She threatened a stroke. Not Georgia. Y'all do y'all. I'm gonna do me. You see what I'm saying? Shoot. I don't look. I have to take my blood pressure pill every day. Every day I have to take my medicine. Sometimes I would let a person talk themselves with, yeah. And Frank, that's what you call being the bigger person. That's what you call being a bigger person. And if you could walk away from stuff, that let you know you have grown. You look, like I said, I would never tell a person not to defend themselves. I don't sit there and tell a person not to say what they need to say. If it's something you need to tell somebody, tell them. But I guess it's always a way of doing things. And sometimes people will make you get the gangster out of them and stuff. It just all depends on how you handle things. You're welcome. Thanks for sharing. I walk in peace and I try not to let my illness stress me out. I walk in peace and walk away. Amen, girl. Amen. Because you dealing with these type of things, you dealing with heart problems and hey, first lady, you got issues going on, then you out here arguing with these people and stressing out. It's gonna make you feel bad. You're the one gonna be sick. That's why I be like, I can't deal with that. I'm doing pretty good. The day is Wellness Wednesday, and this is my series I was doing on autoimmune diseases. And I was just talking about how stress make us feel better than our own. If you diagnosed with something and you stressing with it, it ain't happening. It's not happening. And I just said stress will kill you. How sometimes, you know, it's good to want to walk away. If you can walk away from situation, do it. But I know sometimes the devil just be so busy where they just want to see if you gonna respond back to them, or if some people just want attention. I just tell you like that. But I look, if I have to defend myself, yes, I will. But with what I got going on in my life, I don't have time for it. That's why, sometimes, I say this all the time. Sometimes God will put you in a position where you don't ask to be moved. He will move you away from around certain situations. God will move you away from around certain situations. And then you will be wondering why certain people don't deal with you, or why they stop coming around. It don't even have nothing to do with you. It be God doing. So whatever people do, if they in your life or out your life, don't worry about it. Because sometimes it be for your best. It be all for your own best if those people have left your life. Because if you think about it, some people good for you and some not. It's just as simple as that. I have learned stress makes your condition worse. Yes, like I said, I know when I be stressed out, I start having chest pains, and I have an anxiety disorder. I have IBS. I deal with chronic pain. I got a lot of underlying issues that affect me mentally, and I know certain things I do make things worse. So stress flares those things. And like I said, before I let somebody on YouTube stress me out, this channel won't see me. I probably put out a video or something like that, but I don't have to deal with you. Because we're talking to a stream. Unless you have seen some of these YouTube creators in person, you don't know these people. Y'all don't know me that see me behind this screen. That's it. Because I've been on YouTube over 5 years. I have not met no YouTube creator in person. I have not met no one. I have seen videos and been on the phone with some, but I never seen no one in person for somebody to say they know me. You know what I'm saying? I talked to some of the moderators, some of them email me, but they still don't know me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? People don't know you. And you tell people what you want them to know. This me. I tell you what I want you to know. And if you want to feel the way you feel, that's on you. I don't have time. Me, myself, personally, I don't. So I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way myself. I really did. That, when it come down to stressing and when things I cannot control, I just said, Lord, I give it to you. I give it to you. When I lost my mom, I didn't know how I was going to be, y'all. I wasn't sure if I wanted to come back on YouTube or not. I wasn't sure if I want to just do anything. I'm just being honest. That's just how I was feeling. Because I got to take some deep breaths now. I still have those moments missing my mom. I still have those moments. I was always with her. I never knew how I was going to be able to be without her. But these past 3 months, it's been hard. But I have came a long way. I have came a long way. And I know me stressing and worrying is not good for me. It's not good for me mentally. It's not good for me physically. And I know spiritually it's not good because I pray daily. Ask God for strength. Y'all see I done got a little bit stronger than what I was a couple of months ago. I couldn't come on here because I was crying. The tears, they ain't went away, but they have slowed down. But, I just have my moments. So I try to talk and focus more on my health and try to keep busy. I try to keep busy because if I don't, I'm going to sit and cry. I'm going to sit and stress. And I know that's not good for me. So that's why y'all see me working on my channel. That's why you see me doing things. It's just like, this is my motivation. This is my motivation for me to keep going, to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And that's why y'all see me on. That's why you see me sharing stuff. And this is real life. People is going through this in real life, lupus and diabetes and rheumatoid arthritis and IBS. This is no play. There are millions of people out here suffering from these autoimmune diseases. And, I try to bring things, like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but I talk about things that I've witnessed, that I have lived through. You see what I'm saying? I try to use my platform as a place where people can come and share what they're going through. Anybody want to come on a panel? If they want to come on the panel and talk about how they feel when they live with an autoimmune disease, just let me know. I'll drop the link. Because I like to hear from people that really actually living with diabetes, living with an autoimmune disease. I want to see how your days be. How do you manage? How are you managing having a disease and then you got to deal with different crises and things like that? And like I said, stress just causes all kind of damages. But I know one thing I had to learn, y'all. I have to learn to let go and let God. Whether it's people, places, or things, I had to do, and I still do what's best for me. So getting back to what I was sharing today, like I said, autoimmune disease is when they attack your healthy organs. And right here they said, how is mental health linked to stress? Stress impacts your immune system function. Depression, anxiety may increase inflammation. And I know that's part of, what I be telling y'all, I got inflammation in my body. I know some of it come from me stressing. Some of it come from stressing, y'all. Y'all be seeing me sharing certain foods I can eat, certain foods I can't eat because I'm trying to avoid inflammation. But one of the biggest things I got to do is stop stressing. That's one of my biggest problems. Just can't worry about it. I just got to say, Lord, I give it to you. But I'm human, y'all. I'm human. I have learned you can't live for people. You have to live your life fully and trust and believe in God. Exactly. But some people, they might feel the way you feel about certain things. Like, everybody is not going to agree with you on everything. Everybody got their own opinions about how they feel about certain things. Over here, I try to respect people's opinions about what they got going on, but I don't judge no one. I can't say what Frank going through. I can't say what no one is going through if you have not walked their shoes. You see what I'm saying? If you have not walked in a person's shoes to say, I know what you're going through. If you have not been through that, you can't say that. But I'm not here to judge no one. I want us all to win. I wish us all the best. I really, really do. Yeah, I do. So I just want to share that with y'all. I'm gonna go over some like I said, this is what I do over here. I share tips. I share ways that I think. Basically, when I talk about stuff, it be about some of the things that I didn't have to deal with. And hey, Joshua, how are you doing? Yeah, I saw that. You doing so good over there, Joshua. You doing so good. You be working out. You hear me? You on 100 and some days. I remember when you first started, Joshua. You doing good. See, I'm just beginning. So, but I have to do mine in according to how my body is. I mostly be sitting, but that's the thing that I'm doing over here. But keep doing what you're doing over there, Joshua. Keep doing what you're doing. Proud of you. And I was just talking about how stress play a part, help make your illnesses worse, whatever you type of illness or whatever you're going through, stress can make it worse. Um, y'all don't forget to give me a like button, share, and subscribe. Over here, I was saying how stress impact your immune system function. Depression, anxiety may increase inflammation. Chronic stress can trigger or worsen auto responses. That's why I be trying to stay calm, because I know when I have those panic attacks, I know it be affecting me. It affect my heart. It affect inflammation in my body. That's why, I didn't, since my mom passed, I haven't had a panic attack. I've been taking my medication, but that's why I try not to get overwhelmed by anything. Um, sometimes my family be like, "Oh, we don't know. We need to tell her. We probably need to tell her right now." They be skeptical about telling me anything bad, and I be saying, "I'm okay. I'm okay," because they know me. They know mentally how I get when things happen. But I pray daily for strength. That's what I pray for, strength every day. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Did you wear green yesterday, Kenneth? Did you wear green yesterday? But that's what I was sharing with y'all today about how stress affect your autoimmune. It'll affect you whether you have autoimmune disease or not. It affect you. If any type of illness you got, stress will make it worse, especially if you dealing with it. And then, so they said right here, nearly 50 million people in the United States have an autoimmune disease, whether it's lupus, IBS, IBD, Crohn disease, Hashimoto thyroides. So these are some of the things that I have been sharing with y'all for the last couple of weeks about what is an autoimmune disease. And today I just want to share with y'all how stress plays a big part of. You had on green yesterday. I did too. I did a little show last night. How stress play a big part of your mess with you physically and mentally. It's good to see you, Ken. I did see you had sent me told me happy St. Patrick Day. I did see the picture you sent me. Let's see, is that the one I want to show? No, it's another one. So yeah, that's basically what I was talking about today, y'all. But like I said, my channel, I just mostly try to share the information and the awareness and things like that. But this is for fair use, educational, entertainment purposes only. So right here, I was just talking about I'm finna talk about things to know about autoarthritis. See, I have inflammatory arthritis. That's why you hear me all the time talking about my joints because they be painful. And then this cold weather, it seems like it don't want to go on and get warm. Like this weather been tripping this week. To one while I thought we had to start turning on the air conditioner. Now we had to pull out the heaters again. I was like, Lord, this type of weather here is not good for people that deal with inflammatory arthritis or any type of chronic pain or any type of joint issues because the cold it affect the joint. Some people like, oh, that was Terry last week. He got lupus, right? And he said the heat make him hurt. See, I'm the opposite. The cold make me hurt. And right here it said autoimmune diseases awareness month. 3 things to know about autoimmune arthritis. It affects the whole body, not just the joints. It can affect people of all ages, including children and young adults. You could have autoarthritis even if you don't look sick. You know what I'm saying? Because a person don't look like they sick or don't, you could look at a person and be like, no, I don't think she's dealing with this, or no, I don't think he's dealing with that. But you don't really know what a person dealing with unless you have walked in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, you don't have to look like you really feel. You know what I'm saying? You still have to keep yourself up. There's my mama thing. This just started back up. And when I get mail like with my mama name on it, it just, whew, I still be getting mail with my mama name on it. And I be like, Lord mercy. But I'm doing okay, y'all. Just trying to maintain. Just trying to maintain. So how's y'all weather? Is it cold? Like right now, I've been like, oof. But like they said, I think we're gonna probably get this up until Easter, probably. Probably gonna get like this to Easter. I think after Easter, it probably gonna. I think after Easter, it probably gonna start warming up. Cause spring come in. Do it come in tomorrow? What a day is? I think the first day of spring is tomorrow. That's what a day. Day of the month. Okay, the day the 18th. Tomorrow the 19th. My mom been gone 3 months. Wow. I gotta download some. I think spring come in this week, I believe. The 20th, I think. It was good to see everybody. Thank you, Miss Key. Miss Key is one of my members. Thank you, First Lady. She's also one of my members. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you, Six Bowls, for coming in. Thank you also, One Craft Sister. Thank y'all for coming in. Glenn, Frank, Kenneth. Thank y'all guys for coming in. E-Gods was in here in pre-retirement. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I'm going to finish this up. I got to put something in here. I want to show the tips for stress. And I practice trying to do some of these things, try to stay calm and stuff like that. I got to run. I'm watching. Oh, basketball on. I know you were saying something about the madness thing. It started already. Who playing? I look like I just seen some team. I know the Lakers play tonight too, don't they? They're on now. Okay. I'm just trying to download this right quick. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you. Did you do your tea today? Have you drunk your tea today? I'm trying to download something real quick. Kenneth, how your day been going? Is it warm where you at? Set something here. That tea be so good. Ugh. Especially on those cool mornings. Oh my God. I can't stand it. Oh, you did? Okay, I gotta check it out. But this basically what I was just talking about, right here is just showing like the three auto disease awareness month, just talking about things to know about autoimmune arthritis. This is what they just talking about right here. But right here, I'm finna talk about. I'm gonna wrap this on up after I get through going over these. Right here is just showing like um, the different types of tips you can do to help reduce stress. Exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, deep breathing, practice mindfulness, get plenty of sleep. I be sleeping a lot during the day because of some of the medication. That's why y'all see me coming on in the evening most of the time. I mostly be relaxing after I did my little cardio or whatever. Tomorrow I might do them live. But after I do my little cardios, I get whatever I drink a tea or whatever I'm gonna eat that morning. I do that, take my medication, I go back to sleep, and when I'm not at the doctor or anything, that's what I do. But I try to get plenty of rest because rest is important. Rest is very important. You know, lately I've been doing a little seated cardio, and it seems like when I do the exercise, they help keep my mind busy. Exercise will help with you with stress too. Exercise help with stress. The real game start tomorrow. They okay. So it's gonna be on all week. Those games gonna be on all week. You said March Madness. Right here it said eat a balanced diet. Like I said, I struggle, but I tell you I do pretty good during the week, but the weekend I struggle. But I always say the weekend be mine, but I still try to stay on path during the weekend. But I'm getting ready to go on some vacation though. So, but yeah, but eat a balanced diet, deep breathing. Oh, okay. I practice breathing a lot. Sometimes after I be doing my little cardios, I be breathing there in between. I be breathing in between the sets, and practice mindfulness, read some affirmations, and just try to do some things positive. Just try to have a good mindset, a good positive mindset on things. I guess if you walk around if you feel like you're feeling blue, right? That don't mean you have to look like you feeling like you're in the blue. It don't have to mean that you have to, you know, yeah, you know how they always say, I got the Monday blues. Sometimes we do have the Monday blues, and sometimes we just don't feel like doing this or that. Just do what you can do and just always stay positive about it. Like I said, we fall down, but we don't have to stay down, do we? Still ways to get back up. Sometimes it take us longer to get back up, but eventually you probably will get there. But it's basically what I was talking about today about how stress affect your mental and physical health. It'll affect you spiritually too, because when the devil see that you trying to do better or know that you're trying to do better, it gonna always be something, or it may be something that try to bring you back down. You know, You could be having a good day. You could be having a good day and always be something. But that's just how the devil work, and that's just it's just like they always say, you don't have to let the devil win. Because we know that devils are out here to destroy. And if you fall to it, they're gonna try to destroy you. Like I said, I appreciate the ones that do come through, that give me the thumbs up, that does hang around, for when you can. I appreciate it. Like I said, I know all of us got channels. We all trying to get to where we need to get on this YouTube journey. And like I tell everybody, having a channel is not easy, but you need support when you have channels. That's why, if you're able to support somebody, support them. That's how I do it. If I'm able to support you, I support you. But I know everybody trying to get where they need to be. But like I always say, do what we can do when we're able to do it, and what we can't do, we can't stress about it. We can't worry about it. We can only do what we can do. That's just life. So these just some tips to reduce stress: exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, stay breathing, deep breathing, get plenty of rest, practice mindfulness. And we're supposed to get so many hours of sleep. I know I can wake up, right? If I have an early appointment, I go to my appointment. But if I don't, sometimes I try to get up, because since I've been doing the cardio, big, so too. Since I've been doing those, I get on up. I said I'm gonna get on up and record those and things like that. Let's read. Like how to practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness involves intentionally focus on the present moment without judgment, using techniques like deep breathing, body scan, sensory awareness. That's what they mean by practice mindfulness. Sit quietly, focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your nostrils, and rise and fall on your stomach. That's how you do the breathing treatment. These are just techniques for mindfulness, mindful breathing, body scan, senses observation, labeling thoughts. When your mind wanders, which is normal, simply notice the thought without judgment label. It is thinking, and return to your anchor breath. Okay. There's just ways you can practice breathing those are some exercise you can do. Integrate mindfulness into daily life. Daily task focus. Choose a routine activity, showering, brushing your teeth, or drinking coffee, and focus on sensations, smells, and sounds involved. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the feel of the ground under your feet, the breeze, and the sounds around you. These are some ways to practice with mindfulness. Do your daily task, walk, and when it comes down to your savoring food, eat a meal without distraction. Focus on the taste, texture, and the smell of food. These are just ways to practice mindfulness. Just something you can think about during the day. Mindful listening. In conversation, listen to the other person without preparing your response, fully focusing on their words. Tips for beginners. Start small. Practice for just 1 to 5 minutes at first. Be consistent. Aim for daily practice, perhaps using habit stacking by linking it to routine action like waking up. Some people probably got a routine of doing things where they do every day, like the ones that work, the ones that don't work. ones that are not able to work, they probably have routines, what they do. They probably have certain times they get up when they have their breakfast. If they want to interact on the internet, they probably set a time for that. Or if they want to read their Bible or play music or do some type of meditation. You know, some people try to do things, they try to have it organized where they can do the same thing every day. And that's what you call practice mindfulness, having something that you love to do. You know, you might have a favorite food. You might like that texture of that food. You might like that flavor of that food, stuff like that. And you might want to hear soft music and things like that. Soft music is good for stress too. Something that is mellow and real quiet, not too loud, but like a nice little jazz or a nice little R&B, like not all that rah-rah music. Something that's to ease you into the day, something nice and sweet. So I was just going over what practice mind for me. Okay. They said, get plenty of sleep. They say we're supposed to get at least 8 hours of sleep. But it all depends. Some people get so many hours of sleep during the day, some get so many at night. But as long as you're getting your rest. They said most adults need 7 or more hours of quality sleep per night. For proper health and alertness, don't need can range to 6 to 10 hours based on the individual factors like their age and health. Some people say they can't go to sleep without the television. Some people say they can't go to sleep without air. Like they got to have something to make them go to sleep or something like that. Regular uninterrupted sleep is crucial for mental and physical restoration, often involve multiple 90 to 110-minute cycles. Recommend sleep amounts by age 24-hour period. Newborns 0 to 3 months. Newborns supposed to get at least 14 to 17 hours. Infants from 4 months to 12 months need to get from 12 to 16 hours. Toddlers 1 through 2 years, 11 to 14 hours. I know my little grandson don't get enough sleep. That little child, he get on that tablet. He was 2 years old. He can get home from the daycare. He be on that tablet. He'll stay down, listen. He can say, you got to come eat now, Kyrie. He'll stay right down. And I'm like, what time do this little boy go to bed? Some kids like to fall asleep with a tablet. Some kids can't even go to sleep without hearing like little lullabies and stuff like that. But we're supposed to get so many hours of sleep. Toddlers 14 hours, infants 12 to 16 hours, newborn 14 to 17 hours, preschoolers 10 to 13 hours, school ages 6 to 12, 9 hours, 9 to 12. I know Booster don't get that much sleep either. Them kids, especially when I be riding them, I be like, y'all need to get into bed. That social media about them took over. They seem like they cannot go to sleep or go to bed without having a tablet or their phone. But you have to give them some type of time limit on social media. It's not good that kids stay on social media all night. TikTok, whatever they be on, it ain't good for them to be on like that. So they said 6 to 12-year-olds, 9 to 12 hours, teenagers, 13 through 17, 8 to 10 hours sleep. Adults 18 to 60 years, 7 or more hours. Older adults 6 to 1. Okay, adults 18 through 6. So this my little pattern here, 7 or more hours. I think if I fall asleep, sometimes I might fall asleep about it depends on if I'm watching a movie or something. If I'm watching a movie, I start watching a movie like I'm doing my live stream now. Once I end this, I say I'm gonna go see can I find me a movie or catch something like a show. I start getting sleepy about 10 or 10:30. Sometimes I fall asleep right there in my recliner. And my husband be like, you better come on, get in bed. That sleep then came down then. And then if I sleep from 11 to 7 in the morning, I know I'm getting my sleep. So 18 to 60 years old, 7 or more hours. 61 through 64 years, 7 to 9 hours. Older adults, 65 plus years, 7 to 8 hours. So I just went over how much hours sleep we should be getting a day. 6 to 12 years old, 9 hours. 3 to 5 years old, 10 to 13 hours. 1 to 2 years old, 11 to 14 hours. 4 to 12 months, 12 to 16 hours. 0 to 3 months, 14 to 17 hours. And anybody that's over 65 years old should be getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Signs you're not getting enough sleep: relying on caffeine to keep going during the day. A lot of people say they drink coffee to stay woke. Feeling drowsy during a boring activities or tasks. Irritability, difficult concentrating, or daytime fatigue. I know when I get sleepy, ooh, I can be like, oh, if I been to the doctor and I been at that doctor office all day, ooh, Lord. At least if I be there, like when I go get my infusion shot, I be at that doctor's office at least about an hour. I get sleepy. Like if I'm in a space where like something like that, because normally they have the TV on in the doctor office. Sometimes I watch it, and sometimes when I be sitting there getting my infusion, I just sit there and doze off because it be quiet. How to tell your personal need. The best way to determine your needs is to evaluate how you feel. If you feel alert and energized throughout the day, you're likely meeting your sleep needs. If you feel unfresh after 7 to 8 hours, or if you sleep more than 8 hours but still feel tired, you might need to speak with a doctor to rule out sleep disorder. Yeah, some people have that sleep apnea. They have to sleep with those things on their mouth, breathing thing. I know I got tested for it before, but I'm good. A lot of people does go through sleep apnea. They have to be able to sleep with those things over their nose. Factors affecting sleep needs. Pregnancy, more sleep may be needed. If you're pregnant, yeah, of course you'll be tired, especially in the first trimester. Illness, increased need for rest when sick. Sleep debt. If you lose sleep, you must make up later. Yep. So I just went over how many hours we probably should sleep a day. You know, we're supposed to get so many hours a day according to our ages. And like I said, these are just tips, but everybody, have to do what's best for them. And like I said, everybody's situation is different. Everybody deal with things differently. But I just brought y'all some tips about hey y'all, I don't know if y'all see me. But I got on my purple, of course. I'm always trying to match with the awareness. So um purple stand for autoimmune. Next month is blue because it's IBS awareness month. Of course, I have awareness shirts in my shop. Anybody need any summer logo shirts or anything for their family? I know a lot of family reunions and things like that coming up. People going on spring break, and if you need any type of shirts with logos on it, email me. If you need something specially made, I can get that done for you. But I just want to bring that to y'all. I'm not gonna be on long because since I be doing those exercises, my body, like when I sit out a long time, my legs get to be so, they already so, because I'm doing the uh, leg part this week. So my legs and thighs, they sore now, but I know it's just those muscles that I'm using that I ain't been using. But like I said, it's been challenging, but I'm gonna keep moving forward. This is like it's coming to be normal for me now. So it's something that I have started doing as part of my journey, and I'm gonna keep moving forward. Lord God, give me the strength. And I don't know if y'all know today, word of the day was believe. You have, the word of the day was yeah, the word of the day was believe. Believe in yourself. Believe that all things are possible if you continue to keep God first. I know there are some things that I'm still struggling with, and I pray to God to continue to give me the strength to be able to continue to do some of the things that I am doing. But everything does take time. But you do have to believe. You really do have to believe that all things are possible. And yes, like I was saying about this weather, I got this heat on right now. Woo. And I just got through drinking my tea. Don't forget to check out the ones that did tea of the day. We're on day 3. Your tea of your choice. I think next week, I forgot what we do next week. We got new challenges for the rest of this month and all of April. And I do want to thank everybody that did tune in today. But like I said, we human, and we tend to stress. But we can only do what we're able to do, and what we not able to do, we can't worry about it, guys. We cannot worry about it. Like I love that song about let go and let God, and that is true. And some things it's not that easy to let go of. A lot of things you have to pray about it and ask God to give you the strength to be able to, uh, you know, relieve you from some of those things. Some things are not that easy to just forget or move on. Ain't nobody perfect. No one's perfect. And we make mistakes. We fall down. We get back up because we're human. We are human. So if you're dealing with any type of autoimmune diseases, take care of yourself, because there's no cure for some of these diseases like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, well, IBS. A lot of this stuff is treatable, but it's not curable. So, the doctor can give you different types of treatments and stuff to try. And like I said, but I know my son had got diagnosed with IBS. They told him his biggest part, what made him felt better, was stress. Because I know what my son had went through with that baby that time when he thought the little girl was heal, it affected him real bad mentally. And he ended up with IBS because it came from stress. That's why I said stress can cause real damage to your body. It really can. But he doing okay. Now he is, because he know he had to turn that chapter of his life. He know he had to move on from that. He had to give it to God. And when you love someone and you deal with different stuff like that, trying to move on from it, it's challenging. It's real challenging. But I'm proud of my son. I'm proud of both of my children. They're doing good. I thank God for them daily. About things they have accomplished for themselves that make me know that I did my job. Me and my husband did our job, raising them to be who they are. But I'm finna get ready to get off of here because my legs are hurting. My legs hurt. Yeah. And that cool air coming through there. Like every time they open that door, I can feel that air coming in. Like I said, we were just about, well, I think it was a couple of days they did turn the air on and stuff. Everybody was getting ready to turn the air conditioner on. Then all of a sudden, boom. And it started by pulling out them heaters and pulling out them long sleeve shirts and stuff. Because I had went through some clothes. I'm like, it's gonna get warm now. I gotta start putting out some summer clothes. Then next thing you know, I go back and grab that jacket. I don't think I have 20% off now. It was 20% off last week. I think this week it's not. Let's see. I'm about to go to my page and see. But trying to find something. Easter's coming up. Easter's the first Sunday in April. It seems like it, well, it normally be about that. It always be like the early part of April or the end of March when Easter come around. Like I said, it was good to see everyone that did come through. I'm looking for some right now. I need to put some new banners in here because some of these right here, they've kind of been out there for a minute now. Let's see what that said. We ain't no Christmas season. I'm gonna have to make some new banners. Let's see what that said. Without ticker. I already got 20% off. But anyway, I gotta get. It's time for me to get my yearly eye exam too. I just got a email saying it's time for me to get my yearly eye exam. That's what they say right here. No, but I'm gonna let that go. But I don't think I got free standard shipping. But anyway, like I said, I came on to share about finish. This is show 3. Next week I do one more because the end of this month will be, when did this month go out? Let's see what day this month go out. The day is the 18th. Let's see. Oh, this might go out next Wednesday. So this actually the last one for this month for me talking about auto, but April come in April the 1st. I'll be gone for a couple of days. I'll be on spring break. What that for those 2 days, what the next challenge is? I forgot I'm doing the challenge. See what next week challenge is. Let's see. Oh, next week challenge is move your body walking challenge. Okay. So I gotta do that. I'm gonna try to get some of that in. Ooh, that'll be like a cardio for me next week. I won't sit in my chair next week. I'll try to do some walking Next week we got Move Your Body Walking Challenge, and I'll be going out of town, so I really have to record me walking while I'm out of town. Those I'm saying Wednesday, I'll come out that Friday. I guess I'm about to record myself walking wherever I be at with them kids out of spring break. Hmm. So we gonna have the Move Your Body yoga that come out the okay, motivation. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that did come through. Tomorrow is Thursday. I call tomorrow either thankful Thursday or thriving Thursday. So tomorrow I probably do my little cardio and just talk a little bit, and then that'll be my live for tomorrow. And I'll be doing my cardio. I'll be sharing the word of the day too. So I want to thank everybody that did come through tonight. Like I said, we got to take our health serious because there's so much going on right now in the world. Now you just don't know. And like I said, you could be feeling good, and but then all of a sudden you come down with something. You wondering why? Ooh, what did happen? When did this happen? Or what caused this? Sometimes if it's an autoimmune disease, you could be like I said, it'll attack your healthy tissues. Cause like I said, I can remember when I was diagnosed with cancer, right? Soon after I had that surgery, I started having chronic pain in my joints. And I'm like, it's just like something just came up. Like it just, all of a sudden, everything started hurting me. Then they had to do blood work and stuff like that. And it was showing what was going on with me. And the lady had told me, she said, I don't think you'll be able to go back down there to work. She told me then that I wouldn't be able to go back to work because of some of the things that I was going through. And like I said, I still have my issues. I still have issues with chronic pain, but I'm moving a little better than I was moving years ago. And I know it come from me putting in the hard work and staying focused on things that I need to do to get better. And that's what I said. I have to stay focused. I can't let people stress me out. I can't let nothing stress me. I just gotta remember what I'm doing it for. See, you can be your own motivation. You can say, look, this is who I'm doing this for. I got my grandkids, my husband, my children, and I was like, I gotta do it for myself. But anytime that you got something going on with you, health wise, don't hesitate. Some things we probably can work on ourselves, and then there's some things we just need to just go get seen about. But I was glad my husband did go on to the doctor. He glad he went on to the doctor too. He could have got that old finger infected. Sometimes you have a bad cut and it lead up to other bad, situations. But good thing it did. So he's doing okay, but he didn't want to go, y'all. I just said about men, but they have to think about it. They have to think about like, should I go out here? Cause when you go to the emergency room, you gonna sit for a while. I told him, I said, look, you rather be sitting, not and don't be where you ain't got no finger. Even though I'm glad it didn't get that bad, but it could have. It could have. You could see some of the inside when he had cut his finger. You could see. I couldn't really look at it. You could see like some of the inside of his finger a little bit. He think he had hit his bone. And I was trying to cut some kind of plastic for a cabinet. I'm like, Lord, man, you just stay in this stuff. He be out work. He still be. He don't sit down. He do not sit down. He's constantly trying to work and do something. Like, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. But like I said, I do want to thank the ones that did come through. Hey, welcome in. You from North Carolina? Okay. You been doing okay? That's great. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I was talking about autoimmune diseases. Do you have an autoimmune disease? I've been talking about people that deal with lupus, diabetes, Crohn, IBS, those type of diseases. You know, they're not a cure for them, right? And I was just talking about, because this is awareness. I was just sharing information about how stress affect you mentally and physically and mentally. You know, you can be going through some of the worst days of your life. And stress can cause those things. And I was speaking on how our guys, our men, our husbands, brothers, and uncles, they don't like to go to the doctor. They wait until something being blown all out of proportion before they try to go to the doctor. And I'm here to encourage, because I encourage my husband, I encourage my son and my brothers, go see about yourself. Men have to swallow their pride and go on to the doctor. Because some men, they refuse to get shots. They don't like that when they get down and try to do that colonoscopy and all that stuff. I know men don't like that because they have to, go in your part of the body. But that's part of learning and finding out what's going on with you. That's what I was telling my brother yesterday. I said, he said, he even let those folks do him like that. I'm like, look, when they do those type of tests, that's when they're able to see what type of cancer you got, whether it's colon or prostate. They can see all that when they do those colonoscopies and scans and stuff like that. So I told my brother, I said, look, you at the age where you got to get those screening done, go get them. I just had my mammogram, thank God. My test came back normal, but they were saying something about I had some dense tissues, right? And so that means that they couldn't see anything on the mammogram, but if it was anything else they need for me to get done, they have to do further testing. But I haven't heard from my primary care. They just sent me the letter saying that my test did come out normal, but I had dense tissue. So of course I did Google dense tissue to see what they was talking about. It's just like I said, sometimes they can't see everything on a sonogram. Sometimes they have to go use other types of equipment. But I'm glad my tests was normal. But so they just let me know how my tissues was. And my doctor, she didn't call me, so I'm assuming that it ain't nothing for me to be worrying about. Sometimes when you go get tests and stuff, you be worried before you even get the test result back. Sometimes I really have to just breathe about it, and I just thank God it was okay. But if it's something for them to retest, they'll let me know. They just put that in my file to let me know about my tissues, but they didn't see no cancer. Thank God for that. But a lot of people don't realize that early detection does save lives. So if you're able to go get yourself tested for breast cancer, if you were able to go get a colonoscopy, or you got to go get a screen for your prostate, anything like that, go on and get yourself checked out. That's for all of us. Because you rather be wanting to know and not knowing. That's me. I be wanting to know. And ask questions. When you go to your doctor, don't hesitate in asking them about what is this test for? What is this medicine for? Ask questions. Don't just let them try something on you and you don't know nothing about it. When they try to give me something new, or they try to offer something else for me, or say we need to try you on this, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna be like, what? Why y'all got me on this? And what it's about? And I'm gonna be finding out anything that gotta go in your body. It best to question, especially if you haven't been taking a certain type of medication, and then all of a sudden you start taking certain medication. Because certain medications does give you side effects. You do get side effects from certain medications. And sometimes it make you even feel better than what you already feel. So, yeah. But that's what I basically was talking about. So this will be actually the last series of this autoimmune series. So we know that autoimmune disease attack your healthy organs. Because I was thinking I had one more Wednesday, but next Wednesday is the 1st of April. This month is fixing to go out. So that's basically what I had been talking about all month, about what is an autoimmune disease. And like I said, this occurs when your immune system mistakenly attacks the body's own healthy cells and tissues, thinking they are foreign invaders. Common autoimmune diseases are lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, IBS, Crohn, and Crohn diseases. I'm just doing a recap because I'm finna get ready to get off of here. So that's basically what I've been talking about all month, just the different types of autoimmune diseases. And some of those diseases are not curable, but they are treatable. Some of them are treatable, and some can get very critical, and some can cause death, like lupus. Some people don't live with lupus, and some people do. It's all depending on the treatment and things like that, because it does mess with certain parts of your body. It attacks different parts of your body, from swelling. You either get swelling or rashes, or you get different things towards you when it comes down to these autoimmune diseases. So like today I share about stress, how stress plays a big part of according to your illnesses. If you got something going on, stress can flare it up, especially if you got to deal with chronic issues. If you got chronic stress, it'll trigger things very quick. And also I have shared about nearly 5 billion people in the United States have an auto disease. And hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Just over here trying to wrap this series on up. I have been sharing about autoimmune disease all month. How you and the girls been doing? And I was just talking about how some of these, how stress makes some of these illnesses worse. Like if you're dealing with IBS or lupus or any type of autoimmune disease, stress make things worse. Because like I said, I deal with IBS, and I know when I be stressing, my stomach be cramping. I start having chest pain because I deal with anxiety. So I know stress is not good for me. It affect me. Been busy? Okay, been busy. My oldest is in track. Oh, okay, that's great. That is so great. Spring break. Yes, it is. It is, because my grandkids be on spring break, because we going to take them somewhere for that weekend. Yep, it sure is. And before you know it, girl, they'll be out for the summer. I got to graduate this year. My granddaughter, my first grandchild, is graduating this time. I'm so excited. I'm happy for her. Yep, my first grandchild. We was talking today. I was saying, girl, you finna be a graduate. You finna be a graduate. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I've been trying to do my little cardios and trying to just focus on my health, and that basically, just sharing things that I've been sharing. Yep, that's my first one. Yep. She done been on, you probably seen her peeping in on the chat and on the screen a couple of times. So how's your weather? Like I said, this weather is crazy. I'm here now, got my heater right beside us. Now the other week, we was ready to pull out the air conditioner. This week, we had to pull the heaters back out. I said, Lord, have mercy. I said, I guess it's going to be cold up until what, after Easter or before Easter. I think it normally be cold till it get Easter. I think that how it be. But spring will be coming in this week though. Spring coming in this week. I know a lot of people were getting snow and stuff. It's snow here. Though I never said a lot of people still getting snow. It snowed here yesterday and today it got in the 50. What? So the snow didn't stick. The snow didn't stick. Lord have mercy. So that kind of stuff they'll do will cause pneumonia, cause you to have issues. It was cold this week, but we didn't get no snow. But it was some winter days, and my body, it seemed like the colder it be. You know, I have those joint issues. Whew. Like right now, my legs aching, my leg aching. Not that I've been exercising too, but that cold make them hurt more. That's why I be glad when it gone and warm up. But then I don't like for it to get too hot. You know, like maybe like springish, fallish weather. You know, because I can't stand to be too hot either. Ooh. Especially when it be scotching hot. But other than that, I'm hanging in there. You know, like I said, I still have my moments. My mom been gone about 3 months now. You know, my knees were hurt. Yeah, woo, child. I heard now. That's why when I do my little cardio, I don't try to be in no hurry. I just do them at my own pace. I ain't trying to be out here. Look, my doctor said the cardio was to help with heart health, right? You know, they want me to focus more on my heart, and you know, I'm dealing with the joint issues, but I ain't finna get on here like I can do a marathon. Shoot. I've been exercising in the morning for 45 minutes on my knees. Were hurting this morning. Okay, that's good for you. Proud of you. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I've been doing some stuff too, but honey, I be aching. I be like, ooh, let me make it through these few minutes right here. That's what I be saying to myself. Lord, give me the strength to continue to keep going. That's what I be saying. But yeah. What you been baking lately? I know you've been baking some lately. What you been baking lately? You always be having them girls something sweet. What you been baking lately? But yeah, that's basically what I was just doing a recap on what I've been doing all month. Just sharing information about autoimmune diseases. And, you know, some of those diseases doesn't have a cure. They do have treatments now. There are treatments to some, like lupus. They treat you, but, you know, it's not a cure for it. You know, some people dealing with diabetes, you know, some people have to be on dialysis and take diabetes medication and things like that. Just remember to take care of yourself and do what you have to do to make sure you stay on the path you're on. Make 2 pans of peanut butter. See, well, I know you had to make some sweet sometime. I know you had to make some for them girls. Okay. Where you did what? You ain't know you had something on in there. Why you didn't tell me? I had made me a peanut butter chocolate smoothie the other night. It was good. My husband told me, what did that you make? I love peanut butter, chocolate. I like stuff like that. The thing be picking fast in now. But I do want to thank everybody that did come through. Tomorrow is Thursday. I probably get up and do my cardio. Ooh, all right. When I sit down so long, I be so stiff where I can't hardly get up. See, that's the arthritis and stuff, y'all. Woo. That stuff be getting terrible on me sometimes. But other than that, I thank God for His grace and mercy to give me the strength to be able to do some of the things that I'm able to do, and the things that I can't do, I can't worry about it. I'm making a caramel pie the weekend for my husband. Lord, I tell you, be baking up some. Do you have? I know I had went to your page. Do you be posting stuff on your page? I'm on your page now. Do you be posting some of the stuff you be cooking? You ever post any videos or pictures? I've been trying to. Oh, excuse me. Some of y'all had to die. I've been trying to stay on a healthy path, but ooh, child, it ain't easy. I've been trying to stay on the healthy side of food, but ooh, child, I slip. But I be trying to avoid foods that give me inflammation. That's basically what I be trying to avoid. Food like that. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to get off of here. Oh yeah, okay. So the kids ain't gonna eat nothing of caramel pie. So the kid must don't eat caramel pie. Or you just making it for your husband? My husband that came through here a while ago with some coconut cookie. I'm like, I told him, go, just go, just go. I seen it when he came through here. The old coconut bar cookie. Lord have mercy. He just came through. He just came through here with some. I got some honey graham cookie. But he got the coconut bar and come looking at me when he came through here. I'm like, come on now. Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I want to thank everybody that did come through today. I'm finna get off here. Ooh, jeez, the leg hurting over here. This leg, they're going to have to fight. What? Oh Lordy, he ain't gonna give them none. They're gonna have to fight my husband for it. Oh, for real, caramel cake. What are you putting? You say caramel pie. Oh, okay. I bet they am. All right then. But they'll have their peanut butter bars. They done ate them up already. They done ate them up already. I bet them girls don't let no sweets stay in that house. They about like my grandkid. They don't let no sweets stay in that house. They eat up everything. My grandkid eat up everything. They eat up everything. And I be trying to eat on the healthy side, right? And they be like, they'll say, Grandma, we don't want none of that you be having. Then they think, they be digging in my sack, trying to see what I'm eating. I said, I thought y'all didn't want this. Cause me and my granddad was at the store, right? I went and got some yogurt. And I said, you ain't gonna like this yogurt right here. I said, this low fat yogurt. And she started with trying to get some of it. Anything they feel like got a little sweet to it, they want it. But if they ain't got nothing sweet on it, my grandkid is not gonna eat it. Oh, real? My husband don't share. Lord, uh, uh, uh. But them kids, they better. Oh Lord, they ain't gonna be able to get none of that. So, do you be eating while you be baking, or Now my favorite pie is a sweet potato pie. I got me some sweet potatoes in there. I should have put me some sweet potatoes in my thing today. You know what? I might do that tomorrow and make me some sweet potatoes tomorrow. And I'm gonna make this I'm making this chicken chili. I never had any chicken chili. And I thought I saw a recipe, so I said I was gonna make me some. And I'm gonna put my sweet potatoes. I might put my sweet potato in my thing tonight, and they're gonna be ready. And I can have my sweet potato with my tea in the morning. That's what I might do. Cause we doing tea other day, the rest of this week. But all right, Live with Jesus, it was good to see you. It was good to see you. You and the girls, y'all take care. And you probably have to end up making a caramel cake. I mean, a caramel. You probably have to end up making 2 caramel pies. So them girls know you a bake now. You might have to end up making 2 pies. Yep. I try not to eat too much sweet. I might taste it once it's done. But other than that, I try not to eat that much sweet. I've been trying to lose weight. Girl, tell me about it. Woo, child. Tell me about it. I know the feeling. I do good someday. You know, I do good forever during the week, but the weekend, and I get to being going out of town and stuff. Oh my God. I be have to say, Lord, I know I don't need this. So I said the weekend be when I have to just do my little day, and I have to work it out during the week. Because I'm going with those kids. We taking them to the beach next week. And whew. But I do all right someday. Whew. My husband just came through with them cookies a while ago. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, okay, you want to bring them cookies in here? He said, "Oh, man, you have to eat none," and that's true. It's real a mind thing. It's a mind thing. Cause they be telling me, Grandma, that don't mean you have to eat it cause you see it. Y'all always be doing that. No, I don't supposed to be eating this stuff. And Grandma, you ain't gotta eat it. And that's the truth. I don't. It's just be like, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna eat it this time. Oh Jesus, I be trying. I be trying. It's like I say, it's definitely a mind thing. I tell anybody trying to eat right and stay on the right path, it be a test. You really do be a test. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to get on off of here because my leg's starting to hurt. I want to thank everybody that did come. It was good seeing you, Live for Jesus. You and those girls, y'all take care. And you going to have to end up making them 2 caramel pies. Because they ain't going to let you rest until they get some of it. I want to thank everybody who did give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the 14 likes. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, tomorrow is Thriving Thursday. And I call it tomorrow Thriving Thursday. I will be working on my cardios again, and I do my tea of the day. I might have me a sweet potato. I might put my sweet potatoes in. That's what I might do. Have my sweet potato tonight. I'm going to put them in my air fryer. But thanks everybody who did come through. I appreciate everybody. Y'all continue to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. Good night, and thanks for watching.